Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Radio Guy here, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on Chirp programming software. Our goal today is going to be programming 3 repeaters into our Baofeng radio. I'm not a proponent of Baofeng, and I am not supporting Baofeng, and I can't stand Chirp software, but people have a lot of these radios laying around, and a common issue I have is people don't know how to program the radios. Partially because you might be new to radios. A big part of it is Chirp is horrible, and Baofeng's cheap. And cheap and horrible things, they just don't play nicely. So I will do what I can to help walk you through how to program repeaters and get you on the air. All right, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up here to Radio, and you're going to download from the radio. All right, so I'm going to download from radio. Select your COM port, select the type of radio. This is a Baofeng. Then the model I'm working with is 888. Chances are you probably have a Baofeng UV5R or one of the other models, so make sure you change that to your radio you're working with. Once you click OK, and I should mention you should have a programming cable plugged from your laptop or your computer into your radio, and you should have your radio on, and the volume needs to be turned all the way up for this to work. All right, so I'm going to click OK, and it's pulling all the data from the radio onto the computer. If you notice up here in the tab, it says Baofeng 888 right here. It says Baofeng 888, so I'm going to delete one of these. No, I don't want to say the changes. All right, so this is the radio we're working with, and their model number up here in the top should reflect your radio. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to click that where it says frequency, and you're going to put the receive frequency. So if we go to the first line down below, where I'm trying to put in an imaginary repeater called ski. All right, so the receive frequency, RX means receive, is 462.725. And the tone mode, what we're going to do for the tone mode is we're going to go down here, and we're going to select tone. There's different types of tone. There's PL tone and there's DCS code. This one's going to be tone. All right, so our first tone, it says PL 136.5. I'm looking at this line right here, 136.5. So we're going to select that. We're going to go down to 136.5 on the PL tones. And then we're going to go to tone squelch. The first tone means the tone that you're putting out to the repeater. So when you transmit, it's 136.5 going into the repeater. The tone squelch means the PL tone the repeater is giving back to you. It's the receive PL tone. If you don't set the receive PL tone, you're going to hear all kinds of traffic. You're going to hear Walmart radios. You're going to hear the local car wash down the street. You're going to hear cashiers at Target asking for more change for the register. So if you don't want to hear all the extra traffic on the frequency, you need to set your tone squelch. On this example, the PL tone is 136.5, so we're going to click 136.5. All right, DCS code. We're not going to use the DTCS on either one of these because we're using PL tone. The next column we're going to go to says cross mode, and then duplex. Okay. Oh. What I'm going to do, where it says tone mode over here, I'm going to change this to cross. There. Now it's on cross. Notice how, depending on how you change settings, the tone and tone squelch goes away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset it, even though I already set it. I'm going to reset it. This is why I don't like Chirp. Okay, cross mode. The PL tone disappeared again. Okay, see right here where it says tone, arrow, tone. That means we're going from one PL tone to another tone. I'm going to select tone. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to set it a third time. Okay. There we go. Let's see if it stays. No, it didn't stay. Ah, it stayed. Okay. So like 5 or 6 times, the computer may register that it's going to do what you want it to do. So we have our frequency, tone is one, we have tone mode, which is cross. We have 136.5 for the outgoing PL tone. We have 136.5 for the incoming PL tone. We're not using DTCS codes. Our cross mode is tone to tone. Let's look at duplex. What duplex means is when you key up your radio, it's either going to go, the plus means it's going to go up in frequency when you're transmitting, or the negative means it's going to go down in frequency when you transmit. Right now we're talking about GMRS repeaters. GMRS repeaters are always going to go up in frequency when you transmit. So we're going to select the plus. Now the offset is how far up the frequency is going to shift. With GMRS, it's always going to be plus 5. So you're going to do plus 5.000. And then you set your power level. We're going to do high. All right. So the receive frequency is 462.725. With the plus offset of 5.0, that means when you key up your radio to transmit, it's going to transmit on 467.725. So you notice on the lines below, down here where it says ski, 462.725, the PL tone, and then transmit, TX is 467.725. We don't need to put this number in because we have the plus mark and the 5.0, so it's going to go up 5 megahertz. All right, our first repeater is done. Let's move on to the second one. For the second one, I named it downtown. And the difference is we're going to have the receive PL tone be DCS and the transmit be DCS coding instead of using PL tones. I want to show you the difference in that. All right, so let's start. We're going to start with the receive frequency, the RX frequency, 462.600. The tone mode, we're going to do cross again. And this time we're using DCS, so we're going to skip the transmit tone. We're going to skip the receive tone. We're going to go to DCS code. And we start with the transmit DCS code. In this case, it's going to be 315, and it says in, but Chirp doesn't recognize in and I. So what we're going to do is just find 315. All right, there's 315. Then the receive, the RX code is 413. So we're going to find 413. There we go. We're all right here, DCS polarity. See how it says N? There you go. So those are the N's. And the cross mode, we're going to change the cross mode. It's going to be DTCS to DTCS. Oh, look, our coding disappeared. Thank you, Chirp, for doing that again. Okay, so I just clicked on it and it came back, 315 and 413. The duplex, just like last time, all GMRS repeaters are going to go up in frequency when you transmit, so we're doing a plus. And if you look at the line above, it's going to be 5 megahertz. So when we transmit, it's going to transmit on 467.600. And we have high power. All right, this one is ready to go. For the last example, we're going to do a split, okay? So we're going to receive with the PL tone, and when we transmit, it's going to be in DCS. We're going to start by typing in the frequency. We're going to do the 462.725 again, and we're going to do cross mode. I always recommend doing cross mode, especially with Baofeng's and Chirp software. Okay, so our transmit, our TX is DCS. So we're going to skip the PL tones right here. It says 88.5, just leave it there. That doesn't really matter. Actually, we're going to go to cross mode over here on the side. Let's set the cross mode first this time. Let's see if that makes a difference so the codes don't disappear later. All right, so we're going to transmit in DCS and receive in PL. Right here it says we're going to transmit in DTCS and receive in tone. So we're setting that first. Our transmit's going to be 51. So let's go to the transmit DCS right here and change it to 51. Now the next one's going to be receive. And now we're not receiving in DCS, so we're going to leave this part blank. We're going to receive in a PL tone. And on our chart down there below, it says PL 77. So we're going to change this to 77. Now we're going to go over here for the duplex. This is a repeater, so there's going to be an offset, and GMRS is always going to be positive. Positive. And we're going to go up how many megahertz? 5 megahertz. So make sure that says 5.0 FM and high. All right. So now we have all 3 repeaters programmed. This is a great time to save it. I'd always recommend saving it. We're going to go to radio. We're going to send this over to the radio. Radio, upload to radio. Make sure you don't put download. That means you're going to wipe out all the programming you just did. That's why you want to save it. Okay, we're going to upload to radio. Should have the right COM port, the right radio, and model number. Click OK. It's sending all the information over to the radio. All right, guys. Well, this is how you program repeaters into your Baofeng radio. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I do want to give you a warning. Chirp is horrible. I don't like Chirp. Once you save this and you reopen the file again, these settings are going to change. It doesn't save all these settings. I don't know why, and I can't tell you why. But you're going to be missing tones where it says cross. It may go into tone TSQ, which is tone squelch. It may go into tone. And these numbers are going to disappear. So you can save it. It'll save some of the information, but not all of it. So the next time you go program a radio, you're going to have to check every single line and every single field because it's going to change. And that's just the way it is with Chirp. If you are looking for a better radio, I recommend Anytone. That's the Anytone 878 UV2 Plus or the 878 Plus, or anything Anytone is better. I'll be doing a tutorial on Anytone programming here in a little bit. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Radio Guy channel. And I'll say 73.